Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and people of every gender and every race and every age and every. We're being very inclusive this episode. Welcome to. Sorry, I've lost it already.
What, did HR come down to a hero story?
Well, I said ladies and gentlemen, and then I realized how outdated that term is, and then I was like, "Oh God, I fucked up already. We've alienated our audience."
Did HR come down to a hero story and be like, "Hey, you're not appealing to the right numbers"?
Fucked up. I'm just checking Twitter. Yeah, I've been cancelled.
Oh, not again.
Happens to the best
Not
of us.
again. They
And
found my
welcome
old
to
Reddit account.
Oh no.
And welcome to a hero story, episode 160.
A hero story is a podcast
it's
usually about comic books and comic movies.
Is it
and
anymore?
shows. It still is, I think. I mean, we're going to be talking about Batman this week and Nightwing and the Flash. And
Reddit.
I read two of those.
And
which Batman wasn't?
It was
so many Batman.
It was the regular Batman title.
You know that was something funny. Jorge
that a
Jimenez
thing?
posted some Batman art he did, and someone said, "Oh, I love this. What Batman title is this?" And he just replied, "Batman." just the way it looked as I was scrolling by, it just cracked me up.
I just realized something. I think I said every gender, every race, and every age, as though 3-year-olds are listening to this fucking podcast.
I know a 4-year-old who listens.
No, you don't.
No, I was kidding. I don't.
It'd be a little concerning with your mustache if you knew a 3-year-old.
Can't do it anymore.
It's back. It's fashionable.
Ever since you did the oven bit where you're like, yeah, we don't have ovens in Canada, and I was like, really? And you were like, no, of course we do. Like, I don't fall for your shit anymore. Like, there's no way you can get me again after that.
Yeah, that was good. That was like months ago too.
I bought a $650 hot toy.
That's how we're gonna start this episode.
Which one?
I bought the Iron Man from Endgame die-cast.
The damaged one or the non-damaged?
No, not the damaged one. The damaged one is odd. They showed it in promo photos and it looked like really super gnarly. And then like they've shown like the final version and it's a lot shallower. Like the damage is a lot shallower.
It's just like, but here's some bits of gray.
Yeah, it's just like he has this like burnt part like under the arc reactor, but it just looks like they've scraped the paint off and done like a few dots of like detailing, and it doesn't look nearly as good. No, I got the regular one, although I had to hunt down the version that has the replaced head sculpt, because when they originally released it, they released it with this like Robert Downey Jr. like impersonator looking head sculpt, and people were like, why are we paying top dollar for this fucking guy that doesn't look like Robert Downey Jr.? Like, you know, the head sculpts are the main thing, man. Like,
yeah,
you can make the armor look good, obviously, but people are paying for the likeness. Like, they have the rights. At least make it look like Robert Downey Jr. So I had to hunt down the one that they reissued, and I got it. So, yeah. That's also not the only hot toy I bought, actually.
Yeah, your people can't see it, but your Zoom name is $1,100 on Hot Toys.
You spent $1,100?
JD, look, we don't need to get into it.
I mean, listen, a hero story is the home of bad financial decisions. I mean, I just spent $200 on Green Lantern comics. Do you remember in what was it, like February, when I bought Flash 110 and I was like, I'm not buying any more comimics for the rest of the year. I'm done. Yeah. I'm settled. And I've been bad since then.
Yeah, that was a peak hero story time, I think. I remember you getting that, and you were like
live on the episode when I won it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
What else did you buy, Harper?
Huh?
What else did you buy for Hot Toys?
I bought the War Machine Mark IV diecast as well.
Right, I knew that. Yeah,
camo-y kind of one that he has in Infinity War at the start of Endgame, which I didn't realize he had at the start of Endgame until I rewatched it like 2 nights ago, and I was like, oh, my financial decision has been justified even more.
Movies,
it's in 2 movies.
you know, a hero story is getting weird when Hunter's the only one making actual good financial decisions.
Well, he's the only one that doesn't have a job.
I have a job.
What is it? Mowing your neighbor's lawn?
Yeah,
they don't have grass in Canada. They only have snow.
Harper, we don't have grass here. Come on.
Yeah.
I
plowing your neighbor's lawn.
I shovel my.
He shovels his neighbor's. He shovels his neighbor's driveway and he gets Timmy's in return.
Yeah, our exchange currency is Timbits here. You should know that by now.
I didn't. I'm
We've
sorry.
been friends for how long, and you didn't know that?
Years.
Yeah, we have loonies though. I wonder if I have a loony on me.
Oh, we've done the loony bit before.
Yeah, but it's fascinating to people.
All right.
So this is a toonie.
See, this is why I need the news, because then I can actually move on.
Oh yeah, so
But Hunter didn't send the damn news.
Yeah, no, I have the news on me. There's not a lot. I guess we should have planned this a bit better.
This is late. Classic.
It's very late. We're recording. We're recording at 2 a.m.
I'm in the middle of the day.
If we were recording at 2 a.m., I would be passed out on the camera.
Well, just skip ahead to the end of the video. You see Gene just knocked out. Ignore the giant like gash in his and the guy behind him like searching through.
Look at your dumb little like background. Sorry,
it's a nice quilt. Start of the news. Wow, what do you think it is? I didn't send you guys the news, but what do you think we're going to talk about?
Spider-Man leaked shit. Yeah. It's always fucking Spider-Man.
Is it really? There was more leaked shit, wasn't there?
Did you see the one today? We're recording on a Wednesday here, but
what?
It was the villains in like the Doctor Strange prison. There was like a picture of them all.
Yeah, I did actually see that. That's definitely fake. There's no way that's real. Yeah, it looks awful. The one where they're like at a distance and people have zoomed in and like done the comparisons next to each other.
Yeah.
It looks like you know when you go into Spider-Man PS4's like suit menu and it just shows them all like that's what they all look like.
Yeah, they do. And I was thinking like, okay, it's because they're like CGI isn't done. But yeah,
it has to be. I don't know.
The only ones that like, really make out are Doc Ock and Electro.
But people are like, look, it's Electro here, and then it's just that picture where it's just him in like the high vis jacket, and I'm like, is that just his costume? Like we've got all these costume villains that locked away in Doctor Strange's lair or whatever, and then there's just like Jamie Foxx in a high vis jacket. Okay,
surely that's Jamie Foxx. It's not even Electro. So hey, I'm not supposed to be here.
Did I tell you? I'm not gonna reveal. People know already. It's all over social media. Can I say like who the person is in Shang-Chi that we were like, oh, I can't believe they're in Shang-Chi? Like
I'm sure it's okay now.
It's been 3 weeks.
Been a while,
okay, spoilers for Shang-Chi. I had someone message me like on Demon in a Bottle like weeks ago, was like, how do you feel now? Like after on the podcast, you were so sure that fucking Ben Kingsley wasn't in Shang-Chi. How good do you feel now that he's in it? And I was like, well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't know until you just messaged me then, but thank you for telling me.
Well, Marvel even posted about it.
Oh, they're posting all about him. They're not hiding him anymore. He was at the premiere. That's so sick though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the clip?
I just realized, what are we talking about? Last week we spoke about this because I was like, how does Trevor fit into this movie? I was like, does he go there? And the Mandarin's like, oh, you know, I don't like the Mandarin anyway, so you can, you know what I mean? We talked about this.
Was that during recording?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Okay. Yeah.
100%.
Sure. Okay. Well, yeah. You're seeing this tonight too, you were saying.
I'm seeing Shang-Chi tonight, finally.
Mm-hmm. So you're out of lockdown then?
For now, we'll see how that goes.
So next week, is there going to be carnage?
Oh my god!
When I get out of lockdown, and trust me, I will. There's going to be carnage.
There's going to be carnage regardless. There's no way I'm missing carnage.
I can't wait till they tease Null and they just use King in Black like dead on the nose, and they're going to be like, "I'm the King in Black." And
I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. That leaked credit scene was apparently wrong, which I said to Hunter, I was like, surely it has to be because it's the weirdest thing I've heard. Can I tell you what the leaked one was now that apparently isn't real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because apparently it's been confirmed to not be real by people who have seen it. It was like Tom Hardy and Venom watching TV, and then for some reason Tom Holland's Spider-Man appears on the TV, and then Tom Hardy goes, "Oh man, I hate that guy," and then Venom licks the TV or something, and I was like, what does that mean? Like, how does this scene transpire? You know when you read something and you're like, I can totally see how that would like appear in live action. Mm-hmm. What with Tom Hardy? I hate that guy, and then Venom licking it to why? So of course that had to have been
fake. I can kind of picture it. Like I don't think it's good, but I could picture Tom Hardy doing that.
But like, why would that be their tease? Like they're like, we're finally gonna merge the universes. Our first introduction to the fact that Venom and Tom Holland Spider-Man will meet is Venom licking a TV with Tom Holland on. And like when I picture the TV, I'm picturing like an old box TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I am
like,
too, for some reason, like a CRT.
A really tiny.
Like a picture. Oh god. I mean, it's next week, man.
It's crazy.
They are advertising the end credit scene, which I find is terrible.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like the universe is expanding. A crowd has never reacted this loud to an end credit scene. You're advertising
it's not even the movie. Like, not even the movie. They don't give a fuck about the movie. They're just like the end credit scene, though.
Yeah, you gotta see the end credit scene. I'm assuming it's gonna be like MCU related.
Did you see Big Carnage?
What?
It was a Big Carnage. It was like a TV spot. He's like building size, I think.
No.
Yeah, Big Carnage. I'm hoping that in that scene, he's like, there's going to be Big Carnage. And then he turns into Big Carnage.
I hope all of Carnage's lines, like all Cletus Cassidy's lines,
he used the word Carnage.
No, are the same lines from that end credits. It's like, come step into the light a little bit, Eddie. You're a little foul.
Oh my God.
When he said something about like eating eyeballs, I think. It's like crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
How do you fucking know this?
I was about to say, why the fuck do you know that?
Because I rewatched Venom like a couple of weeks ago.
Did you get hyped to the Eminem song?
I did. No. Yeah.
What?
I was kind of doing this.
I've been there, bro.
That's pretty exciting. I looked at my girlfriend. It was her first time watching. I'm like, how are you not excited?
You're the only guy to watch Venom and have a girlfriend, believe it or not. First guy ever in the world.
And JT, you're the first person to watch Venom and defend it.
Hey, fuck you.
A day after seeing it. That's next week.
Night. We recorded the night I saw it.
And you were just like, it's like a
don't make me pull up your Justice League review. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
You guys did this a couple weeks ago already.
Yeah, I'll stop. Next bit of news before we talk about Venom again, because we will probably talk about Venom again. Is there was a rumor for Armor Wars that Pepper, Morgan, and the kid from Iron Man 3, who I forget his name, Hartley, is it?
Harley.
Yeah.
Keena.
Yeah, they're all going to be in Armor Wars. It's just a rumor, but
no, but that wasn't the biggest part of the rumor. Did you not see the biggest part of the rumor?
It was the
biggest part of the rumor was that Ezekiel Stane, Obadiah Stane's son, who was the villain in the first arc of Matt Fraction's Iron Man, would be in it. He's also the guy that kills the Mandarin. And that they would be like forming the West Coast Avengers, which would be fucking amazing.
I can see West Coast Avengers happening.
Well, they could totally do. I mean, they've got like the Vision out there that they're not.
Yeah, the White Vision. They got Kate.
Throw him on. They've got Scarlet Witch. They've got Kate. Who else could you? You got to do. Oh no, because Mockingbird was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. No, because they'll just recast it. They don't give a fuck about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So you just bring her
Probably
in.
not.
You've got Rhodey. You've got Hawkeye there already. You could just do whoever. Like, you've got 70% of the people that were in there. Obviously, Tony's dead, but then Rhodey was in the West Coast Avengers, and that's kind of what most people remember. I mean, Rhodey technically appeared as War Machine for the first time in like West Coast Avengers 95 or something.
Really?
So it's kind of, it kind of became his thing.
And, they could always throw other characters into it to do.
But okay, Hawkeye, Mockingbird. Who else? Vision, War Machine. What's the other fucking dude's name? What? Wonder Man.
Wasn't Wonder Man like heavily rumored for WandaVision? And there's like concept art and everything. And
was he background or something, like some interview?
Yeah.
Oh,
remember? That?
Oh,
in WandaVision.
Was it like one of the animated? No, was it one of the animated like intros or something?
No, it was like there was the making of WandaVision, and there was like an interview in the background. You can see concept art for Scarlet Witch's new suit.
That's right.
And Wonder Man.
Yeah, so they're really only missing Wonder Man then.
And they could easily do that.
Easily.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, and fucking Tiger.
And plus, like, you don't have to introduce every hero before doing. You can introduce heroes in West Coast Avengers, whether it be a show or a movie.
Yeah. I'm just saying they've got the foundation there. Like, they could so easily do it.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see.
Sick.
So last bit of comic news is JD. You want to Mark Waid thing? You want to explain?
Mark Waid is returning to Sorry.
Mark Waid teased on our podcast, bitch. He teased that he's gonna be that he was gonna be returning to DC with the new title, and it just got announced by Brian Hitch, like in a spoilery way, that it's going to be a Black Label Superman book.
So short miniseries, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I was hoping for Superman or Green Lantern, so works out.
well
Superman.
done.
Yeah, we don't know really anything on this yet, though. We don't know what the plot is or release date. Probably January, I'm assuming. Because December
yeah.
solicitations.
A lot of people weren't happy about Brian Hitch being on the art.
Do you like Brian Hitch?
Kind of
feel like I
indifferent.
like Brian
I don't mind his Justice League work.
Oh, he's got very like plain art. It's
Shadow,
totally
like a lot
right?
of black lines for Shadow.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
on Venom right now, so I'm sure. Venom. So I'm shocked
Venom.
that
Time to go get him. Man, don't know what get him.
Crunchy on the outside, squishy on the inside.
No.
Oh, he looks like the art for fucking Ignition from that Jeff Johns Flash story.
Yes.
It's not the same artist, but yeah.
No, but that is a good
style.
comparison.
Thank you, Jay. Jay.
Jay.
Whatever.
I lost the D.
That's my name. JD. Yeah. You.
Thank you, J.A.
No, I don't do J. I just do J.
Oh.
Are we doing this? Are we doing this now?
I don't have a J in my name.
Yeah, no one gives a shit, Hunter.
I know. If I had a J in my name, people would. Looking around,
you could definitely pass as like your middle name being J. Like I could see it. It just flows.
Yeah.
Hunter J. Mr. J.
Well, I can imagine your name being like Jared Fogle or something.
Jared
looking at you.
Jared Leto.
No.
Both are not good examples of people
not
to
great. Not great Jareds. Hunter,
I'm your best friend.
Hunter, I put this to you. Would you rather be award-winning billionaire actor Jared Leto, who's a little bit weird and has cult, or would you rather be disgraced subway convicted pedophile Jared Fogle?
I think Jared Leto.
You think?
I mean, I think.
Holy shit!
I'm going to his Instagram right now.
I mean, with one of these,
Jared Fogle?
No.
In one of these, you're in a band, and in the other, you have free Subway sandwiches for life. Choose wisely.
Oh yeah. Okay, now I really got to think about it.
Oh, to be fair, free Subway is good, but do you really want?
Oh God,
okay. That's actually concerning.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Why does he look like you? Anyway,
he's just like me.
That's the news of the week.
Let's think of some Italians. JD, who would you rather be?
He's
Mario
the guy from Luca.
Luigi.
Mario or Luigi.
Would you rather be Mario or Luigi Mario?
When me and my sister used to play Super Mario Bros. as kids.
My sister and I, but anyway, continue.
Oh, are you a fucking teacher or something? When my sister and I used to play Super Mario Bros. When we were kids, I used to play as Mario because I had to carry. So
I thought it was I was gonna say because you're short and fat, and then I was like, Josh, that's literally you, buddy.
It's me, I'm Mario.
I look in the mirror to my left. I'm like, fuck.
Remember when we thought you were 5'3"? I like that time better.
Oh my god, yeah, I thought I was 5'6", and I was so confident that that's what I was, and everyone was like, "You're not doing measurements correctly," and then I realized I was 5'9".
It's because you guys use centimeters.
I'm taller than Tom Holland.
JD, I think if we ever, when we record around Christmas Halloween time for that week, we should dress up and you should be Mario, please.
Sure.
You want to promise on the podcast? I already know what I'm doing.
Who are you dressing up as?
I can't say.
What the fuck? What kind of cock tease is this?
You'll see on the episode. Here, I'll tell Harper.
Okay.
JD, cover your ears.
Oh yeah.
No, I'll tell the audience when the time comes. Harper, I texted you what I'm gonna do.
Why the fuck can't I know?
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Or am I supposed to go along with the bit?
No, I did. Don't say what it is. They'll find out that week.
I might do the same thing.
That'd be amazing.
Are you dressing up as me?
What?
No,
What?
it's way better than that.
Hunter's not a good liar.
It's the news of the week. Comic books.
Good luck getting the gold chain in your hair slick back, bitch.
I used to slick my hair back, JD. I do it pretty.
Yeah,
easy.
and that's why I like you, Mr. Harper.
I like you too, Mr. DeGrazia.
Okay, I'll leave. So I figured since there's not much news this week and there's a decent amount of comics, but to kind of help the episode, we could talk about this week's episode of What If.
Watch it
because I wasn't gonna watch it.
Episode.
I was gonna wait maybe until I had free time over the weekend, but Harper made me watch it because of the podcast.
Drew Dennis just texted me and said the new What If is definitely my favorite. So that's my review.
Did he really?
I swear to God, Drew just texted me. So.
Drew has horrible taste in a lot of things, so I'm not surprised.
Was one of my. I am completely amazed that this is the same team that made the Doctor Strange episode.
Dude, people love this episode on social media as well.
What is the concept again?
This was so fun. I'm glad it wasn't depressing.
The concept is, what if Thor was an only child?
Oh,
That's what the
what
title's
if Thor
called.
was a prick. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
the reality is, what if Thor liked to party on Earth? The whole episode is just Thor partying on Earth. Darcy's in it from the first Thor movie in like WandaVision. Does she marry? She marries Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Yeah, oh my god, she's on 110% too.
Yeah,
like, you know how in WandaVision she was kind of. She had that
quirky,
sort of annoying character type, but it was toned down, so it was more endearing.
It was fun.
Yeah, this is 110% just like, oh my god, Captain Marvel, oh, you've got a cat, oh my god, I get it, it's like fucking Maverick and Goose from Top Gun, I mean, you must love Top Gun. And then Carol is just standing there like, I want to fucking die. And I did too, I agree with you.
Yeah, she just would not, these What If episodes is just like, oh, could they bring these characters in live action? This would never work in live action. This is not a concept.
Nonsense. It's not. It's nothing. Yeah, that's the look. At the end of the episode, I did sit there and I go, "Well, at least the Tony Stark episode isn't the most like dumb one."
I thought
the weird thing is though that like in the original comic series, like the one in the 70s, they actually have some pretty cool what if concepts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if Captain America woke up in, this decade? Or
what if
Captain
Daredevil was an
America...
agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.? I like that a lot.
That one's kind of dumb, but...
I like that one.
I hate his suit. I hate it so much.
Yeah, the green suit.
Yeah, well, okay. Well,
what if Elektra had lived? Like, you could do, like, a lot of, like, death and life what ifs, or, I don't know.
Yeah, like the Doctor Strange one. Like the Doctor Strange one. But instead, this one is... hey, let's have Thor host this big party and have a couple characters kind of cameo in the background. So then, we could have like Drax vomit on Thor.
Yeah,
and we could have like Korg with like a baby soother in his mouth. Like this will be.
So this was not a good episode.
No.
Oh no. So Drew is just blind.
I don't know why Drew's
an idiot.
Was so fascinated over Thor.
Wait, did he text you about this?
No. I don't know why. And plus they kind of make Jane Foster an idiot.
Oh my god, they make her a total idiot. They make her like a swooning damsel who's like, I don't care about science. He's so dreamy. Oh my god, he didn't text me back. Oh my god, but I still love him so much. Like
that was her whole character. Like at the start, it's just like, okay, this planet might have been destroyed. We need to find out why. Thor is the main reason. We gotta go talk to him. Goes to talk to him and she's like, oh my god, Thor, and even then shield comes in and they're just like, we gotta like take out Thor, and she's like, well, you can't because I might see him tonight,
This already sounds dumb.
I can't believe we're missing out on the Tony on Sakaar episode for this.
I mean, there's 2 episodes left, isn't there?
Based on the ending of this, I can't imagine that they would have the ending they had for this episode and then reel it back and then do Tony on Sakaar and then go into the finale. I feel like the finale is 2 parts.
Oh man,
I think it's going to be a 2-part finale, which is cool. Like the finale looks like it's probably going to be the best since the Doctor Strange one, or even better. But I'm like, this is really our lead up. Like we missed out on fucking Gamora hunting Tony on Sakaar while he's in gladiator matches with like a mech Iron Man suit and the fucking Grandmaster doing things instead of actually being riding around on a little go-kart and DJing at a party and being like, must go faster. Like, who cares?
Yeah, the Grandmaster was in this, JD, and all he does is DJ a party.
Yeah.
And then he stops the music and was like, what? And he goes, all right, bring him back. And it's like, come on.
This doesn't sound like an episode I'd like.
I watched this and last week's one back to back. Like I watched last week's one again before I watched this one. And like I wasn't huge on last week because I was like, I even said to my partner, I was just like, when I watched it, it made me realize I want to do one of two things. I'd rather just watch Iron Man 2008, or I'd just rather watch Black Panther, because I'm like, what was the point in these two stories meeting? You know what I mean? At the end, Killmonger just ends up.
That's what I kind of thought about the Black Panther and
Guardians of the
Guardians
Galaxy.
one.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
The point of What If isn't like, let's put this character into this character's shoes. The point of What If is, what if we made like an altering decision that like genuinely changes the outcome of the story?
Butterfly effect completely changes everything. Yeah, I agree.
What if Gwen Stacy had lived?
Yeah, it does do that here. Like, the whole point of this week's episode was, what if Loki was not adopted? But then Loki's in this episode, and he literally looks at his army and says, "Let's go, bros. Come on, ice dudes."
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
Another mother. That's what he says to
he like,
so they were like friendly anyway. Like,
Loki talks to Jane over the phone. It's like, "Hey, is your friend single? Because I wouldn't mind doing like a double date or something. You know, me and my ice bros, we're kind of romantic at times." It's like, Loki wouldn't say that. I don't care.
To JD's point, though, like the idea of last week's where they went, what if Tony Stark wasn't in the accident, never becomes Iron Man? Does that mean the Avengers never happens? Does that mean Thanos?
Yeah, like there's way bigger effects than Killmonger.
But that's the thing. Like, we don't see that. Like, what happens is Killmonger just kills every character related to the Iron Man universe, and then just basically does the same thing he did in Black Panther. So why the fuck wouldn't I just go and watch Black Panther then? Like, I don't want to see fucking Killmonger kill T'Challa, kill Tony, and then go through with the same plan. I want to see Killmonger and T'Challa go face to face and have as you can see, I am not dead. I don't give a shit about like Killmonger being like Wakanda forever. I don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck is this idea? You know, like, there was an idea about halfway through where I'm like, this is great. They're going to take these two guys. Tony Stark's going to go off the deep end. He's going to be evil. He might even help Killmonger infiltrate Wakanda. And they're going to be like, you know,
that would have been good.
Superior Iron Man and fucking. But no, at the end of it, it's still Tony Stark, him being like, well, fuck you, buddy. I'm not a bad guy like you. And then he dies. And it's like, well, what did you do with that character? So like, he still isn't a prick, even though he didn't go through the events of Iron Man.
Like, development. They just kept him in the first 10 minutes of the first Iron Man movie. Just that way.
Silly. It was so silly. You brought back Don Cheadle just to kill him. What are you doing?
Emmy Award nominated.
When are we getting what if Terrence Howard stayed as
secured the bag?
War Machine. What if Ed Norton stayed as the Hulk?
This time, baby.
I would much rather see Ed Norton as the Hulk than fucking Terrence Howard as War Machine.
What if animated Mark Ruffalo scares me? He does not look like Mark Ruffalo, but he has.
Oh god, that's a little excessive.
Yeah, and just the zombie episode. We've ranted about the zombie episode maybe 3 times now, but come on. Peter Parker's family dies and he goes, the zombie apocalypse.
I had a thought the other day, like, you know, everyone, and including us, were talking about how Sebastian Stan isn't very good, like, voice acting in this. I was watching Infinity War and Endgame, and I just realized, I was like, Sebastian Stan's not really a great actor in general, and I think that's why. Like, all of his line deliveries are, how can I? You're taking all the stupid with you. I'm like, that was well delivered. Like, I get that he's supposed to be like out of time and he was a fucking assassin. He was brainwashed, but he's so like, hey, I don't know.
Even in the first movie, like, let's give it up for Captain America.
Captain America. Whoa. Like, and like Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'll give him credit. I think that's where he gets better. But it's also because he was half of that show. And like, you know, they give him more time to be more of a character. Although he barely
has lines in the Avengers movies.
Yeah, like his best performance is that scene where he goes, you know, when Steve told me about what we were going to do, I had no idea what it would be like to give the shield to a black man. Like that whole scene, I'm like, oh, I actually feel this, but like you're taking all the stupid with you. Okay.
Or even in Infinity War when Rocket's like, how much for the arm? He's like, Not for sale.
See, good lines, but he like that is the character. He's not very like charismatic. I don't know why people are so surprised that in the show he's just like
I think I know that guy too.
Yeah, I think
I almost ripped my arm off.
This is the lines. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I hated that one. Yeah, but that's our rant on What If.
Wait,
JD,
no,
have you
there's
been
more Party
watching it?
Thor. We're not talking. We didn't talk about the end of Party Thor.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this
Where the-
before we recorded.
Yeah.
No, the
Are we
whole
not
mom
gonna-
thing.
Oh no,
Yeah, so
no, that's not
JD,
even what I was
JD,
gonna
you
say.
okay that we spoil Party Thor for you?
Yeah, I might skip this episode in general.
Yeah, you only need to see the last 10 seconds. But yeah, the wrap up for this episode is like, so they're sending Captain Marvel to fight Thor. Captain Marvel's the best part of the episode.
And the fight is cool. The fight is
It
legitimately
is very cool.
It's well animated. Captain Marvel versus Thor.
Yeah, I agree. But like, yeah, the only reason Thor stops is because Jane gets Heimdall to zap her to Thor's mum, Frigga, and then Frigga is coming down through the Rainbow Bridge. What is the Bifrost thing?
Yeah, Bifrost.
And which, by the way, is supposed to be like practically instant, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought
maybe,
too.
Maybe not instant, but extremely quick. And she's just slowly just like moving towards Earth.
It's like
and
5
the
minutes
end
of
the
her
episode, the end of the episode is Thor cleaning up all of his mess that he made on Earth and Las Vegas so that when his mum shows up, she doesn't whoop his ass. Because the whole end of the episode, he's just like, I need to clean up. My mum's coming.
for like 5 minutes straight. And there's even a cool scene where he whispers to the hammer. He's like, "Oh, Father, give me strength." And goes into the air and his eyes go all lightningly.
Yes.
He's like, "Everybody." He's like, "Oh, this is good." And then he goes, "My mum is coming and I need to clean up."
My mum is coming.
Yeah, no, you have like the cool Thor moment and then you just, come on.
I watched Endgame the other day, and I'll be honest, watching that 2 days ago and then watching this, I was already like, you know what? I think I'm okay with Endgame Thor. And then I watched this and I went totally fine with Endgame Thor. Because at least Endgame Thor has good moments. And then at the end, it really comes together. You know what I mean?
As soon as Thanos' ship shoots the Avengers headquarters, then it's like Endgame Thor is awesome. He's great.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
But like, he does have good moments in between. Like, there are moments that go on way too long. Like, I don't even hate the part where he's like talking about Jane. He's like, oh, and then my mum died and that was okay. And they're all just like, come on, buddy, just like cut it. But like, you know, the scene at the end with the Guardians, that's one that I don't like, where he's just like, of course. And it just keeps going. And you're like, okay, yeah. And like that first scene where you first meet him, it's like, it's good and bad. It's
when he's like,
go hide in your bloody little basement, you weasel. It's like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. But then it's also like, I'm not afraid of that guy. I'm the one who killed that guy. And then they're like, everyone saw I killed that guy. And I'm like, I like seeing that moment. You know, the moment he has with his mum. I'm like, that's all. The moment where he gets the hammer and he's like, I'm still worthy. I'm like, that's fucking
good,
awesome.
yeah.
There wasn't a single fucking moment in this episode where I went, that was cool. So at least I can look at Endgame Thor and go, you know what? I see what they were going for. There were a few fucking swings and misses, but it's much more of a fucking home run than Party Thor being like, help me, my mom's coming. Okay,
this episode does make Endgame Thor better a little bit. I'm still not you made some good points there, but still, like, I think we talked about it like a year ago or something. JD and I think Tyler was on for that episode too. I don't know if you were, Harper, where there's like that concept for what they were originally doing for Thor in Endgame when Hulk and Rocket first go to find him and he's in the forest just chopping trees down constantly.
Yeah.
That's so much better.
Oh yeah, I think everyone wanted to see Thor, like even with
Angry.
like the body shape. I can call him fat. I'm fat. When fat Thor, we all kind of wanted to see him look like Odin. You know what I mean? Like they come in and they open the doors and he's like, "What do you want?" And
eye patch is back.
But I would much rather the Earth 19999, which is the MCU's Earth number. That's
Mysterio Far From Home said 616. So
616, but that was actually just an Easter egg because he wasn't actually from the multiverse. Anyway, I would much rather the MCU version of Thor be what he was in Endgame and then still have Love and Thunder rather than be this. I'm glad this is the what if, because I don't want this to be main canon Thor. This fucking arsehole who's like, oh, party. Like, they even bring up, and they don't address it. They're like, did you really party so hard on this, like, planet that it died and everyone died on it? And he goes, well, it was more of a moon and it was already on its way to being exploded. We just helped it along. And I'm like, you helped it along? You still aided in the death of this fucking inhabited moon planet. Like, you still must have killed people. Like, what is going on?
Man, I heard bad things going into this episode. I watched it a little late. I literally just watched it before recording. And I still was like, maybe it's good. And it started, and I see like Heimdall, and I see like Sif and Volstagg and all these Thor characters that I haven't seen in a while, and I'm excited because I'm a Thor fan. And then they go to Midgar, and right away when they arrive, everyone's like backing off. He's like, "People of Midgar, we have come to party," and I'm like,
"Oh, here we go."
No,
I would rather them kill Tony Stark like 10 times in this one fucking series than have them do anything like that with the character. Like,
at least Captain Marvel was good, but that doesn't defend how Darcy was like so.
And like the ending. Okay, this is the biggest spoiler. The ending is so dumb because the Watcher is watching and Thor's like cleaned up and he's gonna leave and he's saying goodbye to Jane and like, what is it? Like the Watcher's in the sky and he goes, "What is it? Earth people say, you know? They lived happily ever after or whatever." Yeah. And then the Watcher,
goes, "Oh, what?"
Yeah, he goes, wait, what the fuck? Like he has the reaction we have, and I'm like, aren't you the Watcher? Shouldn't you know that this is going on? He's like, wait, hang on, and a portal opens up, and this is the one part that I think everyone is just like, yes, finally. Fucking Supreme Ultron walks out looking like the Annihilation fucking Conquest Ultron. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The fucking, yeah.
Like if you Google Ultron and go to like images, it's like one of the first ones.
It's like one of the first. I think it's the Wikipedia image, but yeah. Walking out and like with all the Ultron droids, and then the plate comes up and you see that it's Vision's head underneath, and then it just cuts to black, and I think everyone was just like, yes, fine.
And he had all the Infinity Stones like on its armor.
Yeah, he's got 5 on his chest and then the 1 in Vision's head. So clearly it's going to be what if he succeeded in Age of Ultron for transferring his body. I think people forget that's how like Vision came to be. And that's not the one. No, I was thinking of it's the main one that you see. He's got like the sword or something. He's got shit all around him. Yeah, Ultron is such a cool looking character.
Well, that's like the concept art for What If. Yeah, that is What If.
That's from the poster, JD. So well done.
Sorry.
JD's like, he's had it on mute the entire time.
He's been talking about Thor for 30 fucking minutes. We get it. It was a bad episode. Let's fucking move on.
Well, what is there to move on to? What do you want to talk about? Comics. One issue of fucking Nightwing? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, maybe I do.
Okay, well, sorry, I apologize. Anyway,
it's okay.
I'm excited for next week, even though I'm not going to get my fucking Tony episode.
Well, you might still.
I don't think I will. I think it's going to be 2 parts.
Usually 2 days before Marvel posts what the episode's going to be. So
yeah, I was waiting. I kept going to like the What If page to like, okay, I can't wait to see. And then it was just like the God of Thunder returns, and I went, here we fucking go.
Like clean shaven, he's smiling and doing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh god, clean shaven Thor. Yeah, that's what I want. Fucking hell.
Sorry for the party Thor rant, I guess.
No,
we'll do the comics now. We'll jump back to Party Thor and Venom probably throughout the episode. JD, Harper, you guys both read Flash. I did not have time to.
You said I got the message that we're going to record the podcast, and you said, let's start in an hour. I got to watch What If, and I got to read Flash.
I didn't realize What If was like 35 minutes. In my head, I'm like, this is like 15 minutes. My bad. I read Batman, Nightwing. Those are the 2 comics I read this week, which sucks because The Last Ronin came out too, which is the 4th issue. This is like for a comic that started in like November.
It's been for like a year, hasn't it?
Almost
pepperoni pineapple pizza. Wait, what? That's right.
Yeah. So this issue came out. I haven't read it yet, but I know it goes over Donatello's death, so haven't read it yet. But yeah, you guys can talk about Flash. My bad. I haven't read it yet.
I like Jeremy Adams' Flash.
I'm a big fan of Jeremy Adams. I think
Makes
he's a nice
me
guy.
Very happy.
He's a man of the people.
Yeah, he is a man of the people. This wasn't I like the last 2 Heatwave issues a lot. I don't know if this was as good, but I just like.
If this was like any other writer, this would be like a boring, forgettable, like.
Yeah, it was a filler, right? I mean? It was a filler. That's what I heard.
Basically.
It's so good. Sweet though. It's like
what I've said for a while is that what makes a Flash great or right is when you could put
a Flash. What makes a Flash great? I said it backwards.
I know. I was gonna go right over it. It's a little speed bump, baby. Cool. What makes a Flash writer great?
I like the other one better.
It's fucking late, all right? You know what? It's late.
We're recording at 4 a.m.
What makes a Flash writer great
He can't even get it out there.
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to talk.
You're like a dude in high school with social anxiety doing a speech in front of the class, and he's like fucked up the order of his cue cards.
That's exactly what I am.
JD is 15 years old.
True.
Wow,
You fucking pervs.
Jesus Christ!
What makes you said he's Jared Fogle?
Yeah,
oh my god.
To be fair, my name before I changed it to spending
was Harvey Weinstein.
Was Harvey Weinstein. So it's not a great track record.
No. What makes a Flash writer? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. No, but in all seriousness, like what I like about a Flash writer is when they could put these.
He's had to change how he says it now.
Can I fucking speak?
Okay, go. That was. Just don't say the word Flash and writer. Go.
What Misa and Joy. I like when a writer puts themselves into the character, you know. Mark Waid said that when he was writing Wally West, he put a lot of himself into the character. Mm-hmm. Same thing with his Daredevil, right? For Wally, it was him being a hothead, and that plays into Wally in the early issues. For Matt, it was his depression, and that plays throughout the Daredevil run, right? So when you put yourself into your character, like it really benefits the story, I think.
It helps.
You can totally tell with the dynamic, yeah.
Yeah, you could tell in this one that Jeremy Adams is like playing off experiences that he's had with his own daughter right there. You know what I mean? Like the way that Wally and Irie talk to each other. Like the dialogue did not feel forced at all, like where I think sometimes when people try to write kids in comics, it's like the dumbest fucking dialogue.
Yeah.
Like this felt really good, and like her pronouncing words wrong shouldn't work.
Yeah, and him correcting it.
It shouldn't
like,
work.
That's what I said.
It shouldn't work in something that you have to read, but for some reason it does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed this issue, and I think it's really cool the story behind how they come up with the monsters. That it was Jeremy Adams' daughter who drew them, and then they gave it to Christian Deuce, and then he drew them up to be like actual comic art. Like that's awesome.
That's so cool.
And a donut. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I love the bunny with two heads. I'm like,
the bunny with two heads. The G.I. Joe Barbie. Like that's like someone with the two-headed rabbit. Yeah, it's just so much.
The imagination of a child is so funny to me. It's like, okay, if it's a bunny rabbit, but it's got two heads instead of one head. Like, you could think of anything in the world, and it's like a bunny, but he's got two heads.
But on like the dog that's a gummy bear, like like all the concepts, like only a child could think of that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really cool, and I like that Irie was a big part of the issue, and I felt like they were kind of teasing that like she's going to be back in costume soon. Like
definitely.
I wonder if it'll be Impulse or.
I would think she's going back to Impulse. I mean,
although she does say, "Can I get my costume back and a new name?"
Yeah, I mean,
she says a new name.
Because technically, Bart is Impulse now, right?
Yeah.
He's not in any titles, but.
Oh yeah, he isn't. Oh, that's weird.
Is he really not? No, he's not.
He's gone again.
Can't talk.
Yeah, but
he's gone again. Wow.
I'm hoping Adams works him into the Flash run because I want to see him and Wally. But
I like what Williamson did at the end of his Flash run, where he just had like every Flash character in it. That was fun. You can do that again.
I feel like this series is going to earn that stuff a lot more. Like I can feel. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this. It's just nice fun. It's not a book.
It's like a wholesome book at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely a series I would rather read like 6 issues at a time than month to month, if that makes sense.
Oh, I wish it was bi-weekly. These monthly issues are killing me.
Yeah, I would much rather read something like this all at once, but obviously we can't have that luxury because it doesn't work that way.
I mean, you could wait.
I could wait, but then
when's the last time you didn't read Flash, like when it was coming out?
The in between Joshua Williamson's and this run. I still haven't read that. I have no idea.
Oh, the Kevin Shinick one, you didn't read that?
Yeah, didn't read a single page.
That's a story about the ring.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And there's also Future State.
Oh, fuck Future State.
Which JD, you didn't read at all, right?
I read Future State Flash.
That's the only Future State title I read. Flash, yeah.
That was fucking
there was also the Endless Winter 2 Flash issues, which I was like, why?
Yeah.
Forgot Endless Winter.
That was
wow.
dumb.
It's good to see DC's on track again.
Dude, remember we forgot Endless Winter when it was happening. We were like, what is this? What is going on?
It was dumb.
I completely forgot about that. It's good to know that DC's back instead of, because they really did not know what they were doing at the end of 2020 and like started this year.
Yeah,
They were lost. They're so confused. Like Joshua Williamson left the Flash, and then Tom King left Batman, and they're like, "Oh God, no!"
Everyone left to go do indie books.
yeah. Snyder left.
That's where the money is.
Yeah, jeez.
You can tell whoever's in charge of DC at the moment just picked up the phone. They were like, "We need to call him in," and you just see Mark Waid appearing like Captain Marvel in Endgame,
just like
just appearing from the
down.
clouds. I'm here.
Give me my fucking Superman book or I walk.
Basically, we had to have him back on and ask him if that's how it happened.
Mark, come back.
Mark, my name is Demon in a Bottle. He was like,
He's like, I'm pretty sure that account got deleted. Oh yeah, true.
It was the Tom Hardy caught in 4K reaction.
I like when Mark was like, yeah, I might have to write an Iron Man title. I've never written Iron Man, and you were just like ready to get down on your knees and just fucking.
You literally started begging Harper. Like, please.
I thought you were gonna say something way different then.
I could have went in a different direction, but I'll keep it PG-13. You're like, Mark, please, I have nothing in my life, please.
Jesus, I don't know. Yeah, no, you're right.
Well, if you go back and listen to the Mark Waid interview, he does say, "Oh, I haven't done Iron Man," and Harper, you start mumbling, like, "Please."
I go, yes, please.
That one annual you did 25 years ago, that was amazing. Yeah. I read it every night before bed.
I'm the only person who's read that issue, probably.
I read that
He's just
annual.
like, yeah, I did that. Did you
really?
really
Come back on?
Yeah, I read it because of you.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you see what I mean about it being like Civil War before
yeah.
Civil War? It so is, yeah.
It's more of a, it is a good issue.
I need you to come back, Mark Waid. With Tony Stark right now, he's talking to a Canadian, and he's going to be a god in like a month. Like, I don't know what's happening.
No, he's going to be a god in like 7 months from now when this arc finally wraps up.
I'm enjoying it, but yeah, no.
Oh, actually, I was going to do this, and now I'm going to find out during the show. You know how there was that Iron Man annual that was really good? I'm curious, was that written by someone else? Because I just realized maybe that wasn't like even written by Cantwell. Pardon?
When he was in New York again, right?
Yeah, it was when he was with Miles and he ends up fighting that quantum guy.
Yeah.
Jed McKay. Yeah, he didn't even write it. It wasn't even a Cantwell issue.
Moon Knight right now.
That's the best issue of this run, and he didn't even write it, man. Come on.
I mean, I would say the best issue.
Iron Man writer?
I would say the best issue of the run is issue 1, but none of the issues have been necessarily bad. It's just gone in a very strange. It's like he started.
I wouldn't say it's bad at all.
Drew told me there were like 4 issues in a row where Iron Man didn't even show up.
There's about 2.
Yeah, it's more 2. Although that is still like 3 months in between seeing him. So
yeah.
What did you say, JD? Is that what about the writer?
Is Cantwell like not a good fit for Iron Man? Like,
I don't know.
He's good.
He's okay. I said to Hunter last week, he's clearly, and a lot of people mentioned this before he started writing. They went, he's definitely going to base this off of like, YouTube comments about MCU Tony Stark. You know what I mean? People who don't really look at the deeper levels and only see the quips and the sarcasm and the ego, and they think that's all the character is. And it's a lot of that. It's a lot of like, Tony's got a big ego and he's like, why doesn't anyone praise me for being a superhero? As if he gives a fuck. Like, that hasn't been Tony Stark for decades. So it's just kind of like, there is an idea there that I feel like is really good.
The problem,
but instead we've just gone straight into this cosmic thing, and I don't.
Yeah, that's the problem, because it started with like Tony Stark going back to basics, like doing social media, getting like not as techie of a suit, and then immediately it's like, okay, we're going to like space and we're gonna like fight demons and gods, and
his neck's broken and he's dying and he's gonna go fight a god on another.
I like the neck broken.
Yeah, I like the neck broken too. But like, now we know how it's gonna be fixed. It doesn't play into anything. He's just gonna become a god and then his neck is fixed.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Damn it.
You know what I mean? It's not like he's Daredevil where he's gonna spend. Yeah, Daredevil got hit by that fucking truck and he spent an entire mini series recovering from it just so someone else could ride him again. Like, Man Without Fear was just him being like, I can't walk, I've been hit by a truck. Whereas Tony Stark just broke his neck and he's like, I'm gonna become a god, it's fine. Like, the injuries aren't permanent, they're not gonna be stable. Oh man, speaking of, I just thought of this the other day when I was watching Endgame. Thor totally should have snapped, because then he could have fucked up his arm and then he could have had the metal arm. But anyway, that was just a thing I thought the other day.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I
hope he
loses the arm in Love and Thunder. I love
from
Donny
partying
Cates
too
Thor,
hard.
but I love Donny Cates Thor, but I really wish that they didn't do what you're fearful of for Iron Man, where Thor gets more powers and then his arms back, my eyes back, all my injuries are healed. That bothered me. I'm like, come on.
I like the continuity of injuries remaining.
Yeah,
you know
and
Thor,
I mean? I like that. He had the lost arm for like 7 years, and that was good. It was good development for him. He had the metal arm, and then it's like, oh no, one issue, Galactus gives him powers, and he's back. It's like,
like imagine if like Bucky just got a regular arm back.
But he's just like
that's what they did with Roy Harper, did they not? Didn't Roy Harper have a fucking gold arm? Oh, yeah. He's just got both his arms back now, right? How did that happen? I have no idea.
Well, I think they took enough from Roy during that whole like mid 2000s. Like,
we'll kill his daughter.
Yeah, like it's equivalent exchange, you know. It's like
I'm sorry. If I had the choice between like if I had a daughter and it was your daughter will die but you get your arm back, I think I would stick with the prosthetic arm.
It's probably not that bad. Oh, but what if you're an archer?
Oh, then kill the kid.
My whole thing is bow and arrows, except for that time in the 90s when I was a leader of the Titans and I used guns.
Someone's been reading the Kyle Rayner volumes.
Wow.
Someone's been skimming through Kyle Rayner volume 2.
Yeah. I guess I'll talk Batman real quick. I think I'm the only one who read it.
Does Batman does it
you
take
read
place?
It?
Yeah.
Does it take place before Nightwing or no?
Technically, yes, it does.
Okay.
I think it does.
Does it take
so it's Fear State, right? So Scarecrow's Scarecrow is not really a Scarecrow takeover, it's more Gotham City PD took over. And it's the Future State timeline, basically. So if you wear a mask, you're a criminal.
Can we let Future State die? Holy shit, I'm so tired of Future State.
If you wear a mask, you're a criminal. Wow. What a total reverse of our society currently.
I know.
If you don't wear one, you're an asshole.
Mask vigilantes are now criminals, and there's a curfew in Gotham, and if you're caught, they will shoot you, essentially. So like they show an example of a guy going out at night to get some milk, and then he gets arrested.
They showed that in Nightwing too.
Oh no, that was Nightwing. Sorry, that was Nightwing, not Batman. But
just one of my fucking milk.
Same night, essentially.
Yeah, Nightwing stops him. He's like, "Man, I just wanted to get some milk," and then the cop's like, "Too bad, motherfucker." And then Nightwing's like, "Not on my watch."
There's a scene in Batman that's kind of funny where he's going through the city and he uses his grappling hook and he's like going up a building, and then a drone comes and it's just like, "You can't be doing this. Grappling hooks damage property." And Batman looks at the drone and says, "No," and then just runs. He doesn't even break the drone, he just books it. And then a page. Harper, did you actually read it?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted you to feel confident.
He didn't read Superman Secret Identity. He didn't read
I read Superman.
He didn't read Thor. He didn't read Thor God of Thunder.
I didn't read Thor, that's true.
He's a fucking liar.
I read Secret War though, that was good. Should I read Secret Wars?
Remember when we were going to do Armor Wars for book club?
I can still do Armor Wars. It's on the shelf.
Let's do it next week or something.
I read it like 2 months ago at this point. I don't even remember the story anymore.
You might have to reread it.
That's been the same thing.
I remember Captain America comes in an ugly fucking suit and they fight.
Well, let's try to do Armor Wars suit. That's the captain.
That's
man.
the captain.
The captain.
Yeah.
When you read
the US
Armor
agent
Wars,
suit.
do you read the Captain America issues?
Huh?
Because do you read the Captain America issues when you read Armor Wars? Because
I did
on the Marvel Unlimited app.
Me to.
Yeah, on the Marvel Unlimited app, when I searched Armor Wars, it showed up with the 2 Cap issues, and I was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah. Guess what? Don't need to.
They don't add anything, right?
They just talk, and that's it.
Dude, talking so overrated. Just fight already.
There's better shit like many issues later, like 20 issues later in that Iron Man run where they like talk again, and Tony's like, "I'm sorry, Cap," and Cap's like, "You'll always have a best friend in me, Stark," and they shake hands, and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna go."
And then Rhodey comes in, and then he's like, "Hey, Chief."
Boom! You looking for this? Just shoot. No. What? Sorry. Sorry. What were you saying?
So in Batman,
and that's our thoughts on Batman.
Real quick,
I never even finished up my thoughts on Flash, you pricks.
Well, you want to quickly finish up your thoughts?
Let's go.
I like Flash. That was it.
Okay, thanks. Because I give this Batman issue 10 out of 10. Like it's actually like
yeah, but 110 out of 10 is like nothing.
It's like a
yeah. That's like Drew saying that he likes whatever full party film.
I forgot you said that. Gonna have to message him after this.
Yeah.
You're gonna berate Drew on my behalf.
So Batman, he's like hallucinating from Scarecrow a lot, and he's like, "Oh God, I gotta get rid of this." So he goes to, and every issue starts with like him like covered in leather and like be with a bunch of needles in him. Yeah, seriously,
A regular Saturday night. Am I right,
bunch of
boys?
needles in him, strapped to a
Hey!
chair, and Scarecrow just like pushing him down in an asylum hospital. And he's just like,
Oh.
"Why do I keep dreaming of that?" So he has
You
this.
dream of what you want.
He has a bat VR device essentially, and he goes to Ghostmaker and he's just like, "Hey, help me out with this." And Ghostmaker's like, "Why the hell do you have this?" And it's cool. He's just like, "Well, over the time where, I guess time has changed recently, but when Cyborg was on the League, we made this." And I thought that was a cool line. And he basically talks about him and Cyborg made this thing where you could like read people's memories. Essentially.
Jeff Johns,
Yeah.
Justice League.
So he puts it on, and Ghostmaker puts another one on, and then Ghostmaker can now go through Bruce's mind, and immediately he's just like, "Let's see how many people you slept with," and like goes and you see like scenes of Batman kissing Catwoman and then kissing Talia,
Christ,
and
what a perv.
it was kind of, and Batman's like, "Stop it, stop it."
Yeah, that's just.
I said
fucking-
truth. I didn't say dare.
Oh,
And then they get to the real stuff, and they find they go through a memory of Bruce with the leather, like with needles all over him, and Scarecrow pushing him down an asylum, and he's just like,
Is this one of the sex dreams as well?
well, Ghostmaker is just like, "Do you remember this?" And Bruce says, "No, I don't remember this at all." And then they're just watching this memory play out.
That's because it happens in the future. Dun dun dun.
Is it
Dude,
really?
that's a 10 out of 10. Oh my god, it happened in the future. Oh my god.
Well, it is cool, and it does this Matrix stuff where they're just like, "What is this memory?" And Scarecrow's just explaining that it was fear toxins, like then amped up a lot. And then Scarecrow sees Ghostmaker and Bruce while looking in the memory and starts talking to Ghostmaker, even though it's a memory. So yeah, I thought that was cool. And Ghostmaker's like, "Is he talking to me? Why is he looking at me?" And so I thought that was interesting. And
Fuck, that reminds me of something I watched recently too.
I
I don't know what the fuck it was, but I watched something recently that had a similar concept where it's like they can see them, but they can't see the reverse, except for like one person can see them. Fuck, what was that?
That's basically
I'm out of the episode.
There was this SpongeBob episode where he eats the bomb.
It wasn't SpongeBob.
And he's in Squidward's thought bubble, and then he goes, and Mr. Krabs is crying, and he goes, "Why are you crying, Mr. Krabs?" Even though he's from a thought bubble. So that's kind of like that Batman.
Yeah, kind of. But Scarecrow instead looks at Ghostmaker and says, "I see you," and it's scary. And then eventually they get out of the dream, and Ghostmaker also says that he knew Jonathan Crane when they were in college, and so they go over that. It ends with turns out that police officer from last issue who was on Scarecrow toxins just shot up a bunch of innocent people.
Gosh.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay,
Nice.
thanks James for writing that in. 10 out of 10. Yeah, and then the Nightwing tie-in was basically Batman and Nightwing breaking property, right?
More or less.
Yeah,
And Batgirl's new suit.
Yeah, and then with
How's
Batgirl.
it
look? How's it look?
I think the artist Bruno Redondo draws it much
He
better
wasn't
on
on
the
this
cover.
issue, I saw.
No,
Right,
he wasn't.
but he's drawn the new suit on the cover, which it looks much better. I thought the artist on this issue was kind of
Yeah, it's a little messy at times. It's basically her second.
It's like an updated Burnside.
Yeah, it's like her second New 52 suit, but it has like
I'll be
the
honest,
cowl and the white
liked-
eyes.
I liked the Burnside costume, and I liked the first volume of Burnside. Just saying.
That's okay. We all have shitty opinions.
That's okay.
You don't have to
What'd you say?
apologize.
What'd you say to me?
So we all have shitty opinions.
Oh, wait.
This
is
is
it that? That's basically the Burnside, but with white eyes.
It's a little different.
It's very slightly different.
It looks better when Bruno draws it though. This isn't that great.
I think the yellow gloves on the Burnside one look better.
Do you think she's gonna become like paralyzed from this or something?
Oh,
because
they
Dick
did
was
bring
like-
up the spine.
Yeah, Dick was like, but you don't know how strong your spine is. And she's like, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
I thought they brought that up in an earlier issue too, like that it was
Foreshadowing.
it was a temporary solution or something. Like
yeah, so I'm wondering if they're gonna make her like
paralyzed again.
paralyzed again.
Yeah, because Batgirl is.
Because I've always wondered, like, after the New 52 fixed that, like, there's no reversing that, but I guess there is.
Yeah, because it's a chip, and then even it was weird too, because at the end of the Burnside Batgirl stuff,
I can't believe you
she's
read
fighting
Burnside. That's like the most shocking thing I've heard today.
I read the whole thing. I read that whole thing in 2016, before like I knew what really good comic books were. And I was there were a couple issues in there that I really hated, but some of it, especially towards the end, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. But again, eventually I came to go.
And then you're like, wow, this guy named Iron Man, he's even cooler.
Yeah, I also stopped liking it when like the writer or the artist or whatever ended up being like a rapist. But that's besides the point.
That's entertainment, baby.
One of the people that worked on it was accused of sexual assault. Anyway, we don't need to get into that. But I was like, ooh, okay. Yeah. But at the end of that, she's fighting like a tech villain, and they're using the chip in her spine to like control her, and so she batarangs the chip out of her spine and then manages to stand and like punch them for like a few seconds before collapsing. And I'm like, how do you end up reversing that? Like, she can stand even without the chip in her spine for a short period of time, and all it is a chip. You just put it back in. Like, at that point, you're pretty much fucked. Like, the technology is getting better. How can that ever possibly like not happen? Like,
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? It doesn't really matter, because they could just say, yeah, the technology doesn't work anymore, and we'd all just roll with it. So I guess there's no fucking point really complaining, is there? Like, it's whatever the story is going to be.
Yeah, essentially.
I mean, I like the idea of like, I don't really like her being back to Batgirl full time. I kind of like it where she's Oracle and she's Batgirl, like in a exigent circumstance, like she has to be.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the best balance they can do at the moment.
Mm-hmm. That's
all right. Maybe the Joker will just shoot her in the spine again.
Killing Joke 2, written by Jeff. Killing Joke 2, written by Jeff Johns. He already did one Alan Moore sequel. Why not another?
It's gonna happen.
We brought that up to Mark Wade too. We were just like, Jeff loves to relive the greatest hits. I'm just gonna do Watchmen and Killing Joke, but again,
he's basically
3 Jokers.
Yeah.
What is Jeff doing? Oh, he's doing Geiger. No one gives a fuck. No wonder he does like sequels to books.
Geiger's over, Harper.
One of these days.
I didn't.
The first season is over. I mean, I think it's gonna have more.
Okay, I can't wait to.
It's got a lot of spin-off titles.
Is it on Marvel Unlimited? I have Marvel Unlimited now.
Maybe yeah, he finally turned to the dark side of digital comics.
I saw that because of Ultimate Spider-Man.
How good? How much do you like it? Even though they made Marvel Unlimited really shitty.
Yeah, you were saying that. I
because you don't know what the old version was like. The old version was so much better. I hate that bit. Yes, Harper.
We don't even get Marvel Unlimited in Australia.
I was wondering if you had Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah,
do you have DC
it's
Universe?
All Comixology. Huh?
Do you have DC
Why would
Universe?
you have DC Universe? They're not outside of America. Come on.
We never got DC Universe either.
Look I could read X-Men. No.
Okay.
You won't.
I'll just do the same with Comixology.
I was kind of shocked, but at the same time not shocked when it's like the most read thing on Marvel Unlimited is X-Men. It's all X-Men books.
There's a massive fan base for X-Men. It's weird.
Yeah.
Although it's not surprising too, because if you took every Captain America fan who's only reading one Captain America book versus every X-Men fan that has to read 6 X-Men books, obviously X-Men is going to be the most read because that one person is reading 6 of the books.
Yeah. So the way Marvel Unlimited used to work is if I searched Iron Man, right, it would say all read and unread. So I could see every Iron Man issue I've ever read, right? It'll keep my history.
That's so cool.
And then you could sort it by show me every appearance he started with his first appearance. So it starts with Tales of Suspense, and then it's every appearance, his first appearance, second appearance, third appearance. It was great. Now if I search Iron Man, it just shows me the most recent issues. They changed Marvel Unlimited and made it so much worse.
That's poo.
I really hate the way they changed it, because I was doing it for Spider-Man. I was reading all his first appearances, and it was awesome. But, yeah.
I was just scrolling through and this came.
Shut the fuck up.
If you go back on YouTube, you can see my genuine reaction.
I saw your reaction because I looked at there was a pause and I looked at you and you just went it was the biggest revelation.
You look like Armor Wars just got announced at the Disney.
Fuck off.
I love that picture so much. I can't wait for. Oh, that's news. That's news of the week. We could not end the podcast yet.
What?
Disney Plus Day is November 12th.
That's
Friday, and they said they're going to be showing off a ton of Marvel things, It's going to be the same thing as last year. So Kevin Feige in front of a green screen saying,
we got to record that again.
We have to record that because he's going to be talking about announcements. And we're going to see trailers.
What day is it?
November 12th.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Oh. Oh, right. November 12th, JD walks dogs.
Oh, wait, what day is it?
12th.
What day is it?
November 12th.
Nah, fuck off.
All right, you walk.
Oh, November 12th is a Friday. Let's go.
Let's
go. You think you might?
I'll take the day.
I have to walk two dogs that day.
I'll take the day.
Damn it! I forgot.
2 Dog Friday.
Yeah, I'm excited.
2 Dog Friday. It sounds like that's your lunch. Like you go down to the hot dog vendor and you're like,
can I get 2 glizzies?
Because
you know that Flash issue where Wally's eating all the hot dogs and he says that they're weenie-licious.
Weenie-licious, yes.
And then he asks Linda, "Is she going to eat that?"
Do you know? I remember that issue only because I can tell you that's Greg LaRock art. Because I remember it's like the white eyes. It's weenie-licious. That's awesome.
I gotta clip that.
Was that Wade or was that Messner?
That's Wade.
That's Wade, baby. Cool.
That is Mark Wade, genuine grade A dialogue. It's weenie.
That means that's right at like the start of his run.
It's like it might be issue like I think that's before Return to Barry Allen. I think it's in between.
That's awesome.
I think it's in between Born to Run and Return to Barry Allen. That like guerrilla warfare arc with the Green Lantern guy.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, that guy's a pedophile as well. Fuck.
Yeah.
Weenie-licious. Clip that part in the Mark Wade interview where Mark Wade's like, "Yeah, no one was reading, so we could do whatever we wanted."
Weenie-licious. My favorite. My favorite one from that era is the Aquaman team up, where it's them racing on the cover, and it just says down the bottom, "This doesn't appear in the issue." It's like, yeah, we'll be straight up with you. That doesn't fucking happen.
Well, this is actual clickbait.
It is clickbait, essentially.
That's what I was talking about.
Aquaman and the Flash race, emotional.
Gone emotional. No, that's what I was talking about last week with like the 70s comic books. Remember they started putting gorillas on everything? Because people would just buy comic books that had gorillas on them.
What? That's like.
Did you not know about this? Straight up. Yes, like gorillas wouldn't even appear in the issue, but they would put gorillas on the covers of comic books. You got to think about it.
That's when Planet of the Apes was huge.
Is that why?
Yeah, in the 70s, that's when all the Planet of the Apes movies were coming out. They had like 6 sequels.
I'm gonna say comic books, gorilla covers.
Gorilla Grodd?
This is the end of the episode.
Oh yeah, who played Caesar in Planet of the Apes again? Like the new ones?
Andy Serkis.
What did Andy Serkis direct?
Who directed Venom?
Carnage.
That's next week.
Look at it. Look, there's Strange Adventures in Jimmy Olsen and Superman and Wonder Woman, and it's just I'm gonna have to turn down the fucking brightness, but it's just covers with apes on them. Gorillas. Look at it. Look at it. So funny. Look at it.
Batman.
Oh, look, it's another Strange Adventures issue with a fucking gorilla on the cover. Okay.
That's so weird.
Is that Detective Comics?
Meanwhile,
That's
Flash
fighting a gorilla.
Meanwhile, Flash, who actually had a gorilla, was like, "Fuck, we can't put a gorilla on the cover. They're gonna expect Rod."
Ain't no way. Remember last week we tried to figure out if Marvel had any like famous gorillas. DC's got Grodd and Soliver and someone else. Oh, Maller and the Brain.
Yeah, we figured out Gorilla Man.
Oh, that's right. His name was Ken.
Yeah, I told the Kenneth Beast story.
That's right.
And this has been a hero story.
Yeah.
Fucking recap on the last episode.
How long has that been? Surely that was short.
We're 3 hours.
Oh, fucking God.
No, we're not.
It's now 6 a.m.
We're like 1 hour 8 minutes ish.
Can we talk Shang-Chi next week then?
We're talking Venom next week, you dummy.
Oh fuck! Can we do a joint episode?
Maybe. I kind of just want to talk about Shang-Chi. Carnage.
I want to talk about the outside, squishy on the inside,
gooey on the inside. Watch the scene, JD. Come on, you gotta memorize.
I watched Venom once, and I was like, all right, that's good enough for life.
I've told my Venom story, how I watched it in the front row looking directly up at the screen, and half of that movie was incomprehensible. I can't even really say that I've seen the first Venom. I've heard the entirety of the movie. I've seen about half of it because my eyes were straining.
You like when he goes in the
3
lobster
meters
tank?
Away from the screen. What was that?
You like when he goes in the lobster tank?
I didn't see that. Sorry, all I saw was a massive blur because my eyes were crossing over.
Oh, dude, it's a good scene. You would like.
No, I do remember that scene.
Eddie Brock is in a fancy restaurant and he embarrasses his ex-wife by jumping in the lobster
It's very
tank.
silly. Yeah, it's very silly. Yeah.
And then he wants to eat the lobster because Venom's like, Eddie.
I follow a Spider-Man page on Instagram. I think it's Daily Spider-Man.
Is it GJK Central?
A Daily Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, you said I follow a Spider-Man page. I was like, that fucking narrows it down, man.
Daily Spider-Man, I think it's called. And he posted a picture a while ago, a clip from Venom, like a screenshot from Venom 2. And it's Eddie Brock holding a live chicken. Caption was, man, this is gonna be so silly because we all know that Venom's gonna be like, eat the chicken, Eddie. Eddie's gonna be like, I don't want to eat the chicken.
I don't want to eat
Venom.
the chicken.
It's gonna be so silly, guys. I can't wait one more week.
One more week, and then it's over. It's finally over.
The nightmares.
Can you imagine, like, in No Way Home, it's like the portal scene in Endgame, except instead of Cap, it's Peter. Peter turns around, the portal opens, and you start seeing like a lobster come out, and you're like, oh my God. And then Venom comes out behind the lobster, and you're like, yeah! Everyone, do you remember when we spoke about how Avengers 5 would be Venom and how that was the dumbest concept? It's happening now. It's finally it. This is it. The MCU is going all Venom, baby. It's happening.
No Way Home is the portal scene, but like Tobey Maguire comes out all suited up, Andrew Garfield suited up, then Eddie Brock, like Tom Hardy's sweating. The Venom isn't even on.
If we're getting the Venomverse, can we get Topher Grace to make a return?
Did you see what Topher Grace said the other day about Venom?
No, what did he say?
I'm gonna read it because it's fucking funny as
I gotta say, I unironically reference when he makes the boner joke in Spider-Man 3 when he says, my spider sense is tingling, if you know what I'm talking about. I reference that on a weekly basis.
Why?
It stuck with me since 2007.
Before you read this, Harper, just before I forget, what if in No Way Home, it's like the final battle, Tom Holland's getting beat up, and like Andrew and Toby have not shown up at all, and then finally you hear like, hold on, kid, we got you. And it's like, oh, here comes Toby and Andrew, turn around, and it's Eddie Brock, Venom, and Morbius. And they're like crossing their
Tom Holland's like, I'd rather fucking die.
Jared Leto.
This is what that means. So everyone's just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, oh man.
This is what he said. Someone asked him on a Reddit AMA.
Oh, I saw this.
If he's in No Way Home.
This is the guy who played Venom in Spider-Man 3.
This is Topher Grace, yes. Lead actor in That 70s Show. Please keep it between us. But yes, I am in it. The plot starts with Peter Parker, Tom Holland, bummed that everyone knows his identity. And then some crazy shit happens with Doctor Strange and Dr. Octopus, in brackets, Alfred Molina, comes into his dimension. Then Electro and Green Goblin hop out on one of those energy circles. And they're like, it's spider stomping time. Then Tom Hardy and I pop out and battle each other. And I win, obviously. It's like, it's not even a fight. I just kick his ass immediately. Not to give too much away, but there are also actors from the original 70s Spider-Man show, Aquaman and Batman, Affleck, not Keaton. And thanks to Disney, Han Solo's ghost from The Rise of Skywalker and that Eve robot from WALL-E. Again, please keep this between us. It's just so many levels. I love then Tom Hardy and I
Spider-Man
pop out
3
and battle each other.
ruined his career.
I love the ghost of Han Solo.
Yeah, obviously that. Thanks to Disney, the ghost of Han Solo from The Rise of Skywalker.
Tobey Maguire sees like his Uncle Ben, and Andrew Garfield sees his Uncle Ben, and Tom Holland sees Han Solo like, hey kid, I know. You just gotta let the past go.
Is this gonna be another Star Wars impression episode? Because you guys have gone back and forth before.
I'm Han Solo.
Tom's like, you're from that really old movie, Empire Strikes Back. And he just goes,
hey, kid.
I know.
I used to be. Yeah. Wait, let's do the scene together. Whoa, hey, you're Han Solo from like The Rise of Skywalker, the fucking, the ghost version. Whoa.
I know.
hey, I loved you in The Force Awakens. You were probably the best, like, returning character from the original trilogy, or as I call it, the Orig Tridge.
That's not how movies work. That's not how trilogies
Have you
work.
ever seen that movie with the snow planet and the walkie thingies?
I think Ned built one of them in my room.
Kid, you gotta let the past go. It's been a while now.
Who is that? I mean,
on.
who the fuck is that? Is that Mark Wahlberg as Han Solo?
Is that Mark Wahlberg from Fantasy Island?
Hey guys, I just want to say one thing first. Here's how to survive the zombie apocalypse.
That's a hero story.
That's a hero story. See you next week. Fuck.
See you next week, because next week there's going to be carnage. Real quick, I'm just going to plan this on the air now. Is this episode going to be delayed? The movie's like 90 minutes. So, like, should we just record the night of?
I don't know. Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Are you seeing it Thursday?
I'd have to see it like early in the morning.
Or you can see it opening night Thursday.
I don't know. Would it come out on a Thursday? Because if it does, I'll see it.
It should. I saw Birds of Prey in Australia on a Thursday.
I'll see Venom. Let there be.
Were you the only person in the theater?
Dude, it was not full. And my mom was like, well, people don't really see movies in Australia. I'm like, I'm sure that's not the case.
That's definitely not a thing. Sorry, Tara. That's
no hat, no hat, no movie.
So I saw Birds of Prey opening night, and there was not many people in the theater.
Dude, watching Endgame the other night just made me remember like the memories I have of Marvel movies opening night.
I just seen Let There Be
just the sheer of the crowd.
I think the emptiest theater I was in for an opening like night of a superhero movie was actually Into the Spider-Verse, which was crazy.
Oh,
Hunter, we've got a problem.
What?
Venom Let There Be Carnage comes out here on the 25th of November.
What?
What the fuck?
I don't know either. Remember when Australia used to get like every like superhero movie like 2 weeks early? What happened?
Now you get it 2 months late.
Is Venom streaming?
No, Sony doesn't have a streaming service.
Oh shit! All right, well,
yeah,
that's not happening.
Is it just gonna be me reviewing Let There Be Carnage?
I would like. I'm totally
I can't see it until
to be there
after.
and hear you.
Wow. Okay, I guess
I just tried to type in Venom Let There Be Carnage, and I typed in Venom the Carnage.
just FaceTime me and Harper while you're in the theater, and we'll commentate. We'll be your symbiote. Eddie, Hunter, Popcorn.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will not be seeing Venom Let There Be Venom.
Oh man.
Fuck. Damn, dude.
Damn.
Fuck.
What do I do? So it's just gonna be me. Well, we'll all.
If you
record.
wait a week, I could see it.
I can't wait a week, man. It's Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Crunchy on the outside,
gooey on the inside. Like I
like
have
a candy bar.
Okay, well, can you guys record? I'll talk to you. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, we're doing post podcast plans like we're not recording. What the hell?
Yeah, we're still recording here. Oops. Thanks for listening.
Subscribe, like, follow, all that shit.
You don't have to.
I mean, you don't have to, but it makes Hunter happy.
You don't have to like Party Thor either, but Drew somehow still does.
Yeah, so. But if you choose to, that's a burden you have to bear.
Yeah.
If you want to go see Halloween Kills, go ahead. That'll make Harper happy.
I'm gonna see. Oh, that's coming out on a streaming service. So lockdown or not, I'll be seeing that shit.
Which streaming service is it out on?
Peacock.
Cool. I won't be watching it.
You fuck.
So yeah, next week there's still gonna be Carnage, but maybe just
smaller amounts of Carnage.
You guys will be like Eddie Brock interviewing Cletus Cassidy. I'll be Woody Harrelson.
Oh my god, we need to end this. Like even for me, this is dragging on, man. Come on.
All right. Thanks for listening, and remember, there's gonna be